So I was scrolling through YouTube the other day and stumbled across this clip, and I was absolutely floored. Katt Williams, in a moment of pure savagery, unleashed on Wanda Smith like I've never seen before. She wanted the smoke, and Katt Williams inhaled that smoke. Yes, the clip is a few years old, and yes, I still think it's very funny, but at least in my opinion. But I think we need to break this down because there's something to be learned from this that you missed, and you won't believe what he said. Even though this video features Katt Williams and Wanda Smith going at it, but there's lessons on how to react to provocations, attacks, and insults. So with all that being said, man, let's get into it.
And help me get to the salon. All right, it's the People Station Viewer 3. Your hair is kind of...
That joint was...
My hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm.
You don't?
Oops.
Oh, that's not a perm.
No, it is not. Nice lady.
That's natural.
Come run one of your gnarled fingers.
Come here.
While you on air, so they can hear you live.
Come on. Let me come over here.
No. That's not how that works.
Oh, okay. Well, then stay over there.
Don't worry, ain't nobody putting their hands through yours.
That's right. They don't have to. I don't want them to. Get on out of here. You okay?
Remember me from wilding out, right? I'm not the right one to Jones on.
Get this inmate out of here.
If you can't get your blood pressure down, you can't call me down.
Whatever, little mama.
If your cholesterol is 600.
Whatever, little mama.
I'm little mama's baby daddy.
No, you little mama.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey,
and what are you, girl? You probably shouldn't talk about sizes.
No, that's okay.
You big on the radio.
That's right.
While this clip is funny to some, Katt Williams' roast could be seen as disrespectful and demeaning towards Wanda Smith. His words were like a sharp spear piercing through her emotions, and trust me, man, this hurts even more than physical injury sometimes. Metaphorically speaking, you know what I mean. Katt Williams body shamed Wanda Smith, saying that she had gnarled fingers so that she could come run them through his hair, and saying words like she's big on the radio, obviously implying to her weight. Even though Wanda Smith wasn't innocent because she was the one that started the first joke, or the first clap, if you will. And Katt Williams was not going to sit this one out, or in Jesus' words, give her the other cheek. Two wrongs don't necessarily make it right. Now, as believers, we must understand that offenses like this will come, but Jesus warned that they should not come through us. We shouldn't be the one provoking him. And that's in Luke chapter 17, verse 1. Therefore, we should prepare to be offended, not take offenses to heart, and most importantly, not be the source of the offenses. One way through which the enemy can use us to offend others is by attempting to tear down their self-esteem and dignity by attacking their physical appearance and other areas they consider sensitive. I mean, just jokes aside, like at a nearby bakery, I brought my kids home an Oreo cheesecake and this chocolate mousse cake that's really decadent and rich. And I didn't think my kids were looking forward to the chocolate mousse cake because I like chocolate a lot. So one day my son was looking for that chocolate mousse cake and I'm like, no, son, go for the Oreo cheesecake right there. He's like, no, I want the chocolate mousse cake. I'm like, son, just go for the Oreo cheesecake because on the down low, daddy ate the chocolate mousse cake and I ate all of it while watching Netflix. Say what you want, don't judge me. And then my son was being really smirky and he's only 7 years old and he's like, you want to know why there's no more chocolate mousse cake, daddy? Because Fat Daddy ate my cake. And I still crack up to this day, even though like I had to tell my son like, hey, don't ever say that in public. You can say that at home. That's funny. But going back to the content of this video, we must understand that we are all God's work of art, irrespective of our appearance. And that's in Psalm chapter 139, verse 14. Even if she's big on the radio, there's more to love. I know that's low-hanging fruit. I know, jokes aside, and I could use a chocolate cake right now, but anyways, all right. We must treat others with respect and dignity through our words and actions, even in comedy. But then again, like, part of what makes comedy so funny is the insults too, but I guess it depends on the heart, you know? We must learn to treat others the way we want to be treated and love others as we love ourselves. And that's in Matthew chapter 23, verse 36 to 40. Now, I know in comedy there's insults. Now, before I go any further, what I notice in friendships, at least with guys more than girls, guys tend to relate on this. Guys tend to insult and joke around with one another. But it's out of love and just jokes. Like, if we don't make fun of you, the thing is, we don't like you. I mean, more bros insult one another, and it comes out of love. Guys, comment below, let me know this is true. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. And it's funny when it's explained, but I'm sure most men can relate. So just comment below, let me know on this one, all right? Now, going into the subject of anger and forgiveness, Katt Williams clearly displays anger and aggression in this clip. He gave his reasons here. Let's check it out.
I remember on the radio, you went on a radio interview. If I'm not mistaken, that's in Atlanta.
Right.
And you came on there with seemingly good intentions. And she attacked you
It wasn't just that part. It was the fact that before I go in there, she has a conversation about, okay, now, I just want to talk to you because you just won an Emmy for the city of Atlanta, and this is in Atlanta, and they just want to hear about the Emmy and hear from you and to thank you for what you did putting the city on.
Right. Okay.
And we won't talk about your kids. We won't talk about jail, no cases. We ain't going to talk about none of that.
Right.
And immediately gets in there and goes the opposite way. You can't flip up on me because you're an inferior comedian. I'm going to destroy you, and I'm never going to call you out of your name.
Now, Wanda Smith also allowed her anger to lead her to make her husband attack Katt Williams with a gun.
That it was a setup.
Right.
And remember, they tried to kill me this same weekend. Not in jokes. With a real gun in my real face on real camera. Understand I'm losing my life for participating in something that goes along with my job. Like, it's two comedians. What do you mean?
Although Katt Williams had all right to be angry, pounce on Wanda comedically speaking and devour her, oh, he did eat, and vice versa. The question is, what will Jesus do in the face of provocation and insults? During the events of Jesus' torture and crucifixion, the Bible records that people mocked him, laughed at him, and spat on him. And that's in Matthew chapter 27, verse 42, and also in Matthew chapter 26, verses 67 to 68. But how did Jesus respond? Then Jesus said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. And that's in Luke chapter 23, verse 34. Jesus had the authority to command his angels to destroy everyone who heard him. He had the power to strike them dead in the blink of an eye. But instead, he chose love. He prayed for their repentance because he knew they were ignorant and manipulated by the enemy. We should learn to be like Jesus, who prayed instead of cursing. The Bible encourages us to pray for our enemy. Matthew chapter 5 verse 44 says, But I say to you, love your enemies, bless those who curse you, do good to those who hate you, and pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you. Responding with love instead of anger and hate might make you look weak in people's eyes, but in reality, you are the strongest. You always win with love because love gives peace of mind and freedom from the weights of malice and hatred. No pun intended when I say weight. And also, sometimes when I notice when I kill people with kindness, even though the inner side of me wants to go in and be petty and be salty like that, I don't know, there's something that feels good when you kill people with kindness. But anyways, let's go into the next clip.
Hey up, little mama, we're done.
You already used that one. Don't repeat your jokes, fresh comic.
Katt ate her up, and Wanda knew it because even though she was smiling on the show, she was actually big mad and was plotting her revenge on Katt. A couple of days after the show, she arranged for her husband and sons to jump Katt after one of his comedy shows. Wanda, her husband, and their sons pulled up to Katt, and security footage showed Wanda arguing with Katt a few minutes before her husband started to chase him. Katt claimed that the other man had a but Wanda's husband denied pulling out a weapon on Katt, claiming that he had dropped his gun while he was running after Katt, so there was no way he would have pulled up on him. However, TMZ leaked a video that showed Wanda's husband chasing after Katt into a store with a gun in hand. Wanda was clearly not banking on this blowing up and becoming such a big issue like it did, and she ended up getting fired from the radio station not long after this drama. Now, it wasn't explicitly stated that it was because of the Katt Williams issue, but if it looks like a dog and barks like a dog, it's probably a dog.
This clip highlights the dangers of pride and the importance of humility. Pride made Katt Williams and Wanda Smith keep throwing jabs at each other. Neither of them wanted to accept defeat or look like the loser by keeping quiet. And even though Katt Williams clearly won, but Wanda Smith should have quit when she was ahead, or at least apologize. But they kept going on and on, mocking themselves while others were having a field day with laughter. And me too, and we too, we all were laughing at it. But the thing is, pride only leads to conflict and chaos. Humility fosters peace and understanding. If either of them had humbly apologized, there would not have been any bad blood but mutual respect. Or at least just let bygones be bygones. You only go one way when you become proud, and that is down. In Proverbs chapter 16 verse 18 it says, "Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall." Humility brings peace and creates an atmosphere where love dwells and increases. So in Ephesians chapter 4 verses 2 to 3, it says, "Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love, making every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace." Humility also leads to divine promotion. In 1 Peter chapter 5 verses 5 through 6, it says, "Be clothed with humility, for God resists the proud, but gives grace to the humble." Therefore, humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, and that he may exalt you in due time. Just like my son exalted me after Fat Daddy ate his cake. He forgives me, of course. But with all that being said, I'm an author of 4 books. Links in the description. If you like more content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching. I hope you got the message with this video. Until the next upload.